You are not your birth chart. Yes, I'm an astrologer, and yes, I actually really like to remind people about this because we are souls who are limitless, who have no boundaries whatsoever, but we incarnate into this experience looking through that lens of our birth chart, looking through that very specific perspective so that we have limitations, that perspective that is limited and that has boundaries around it. Because then we are able to shape the experience. We're able to understand what are the resources that I came in here with, what are the parts of me that I really wanted to develop. I love looking at the birth chart more like a process that we're in, especially from the fact that we also decide what the transits are going to be that we're going to be activated by, what's going to actually turn that birth chart on at any given moment in time. And that is essentially giving us the curriculum for any moment in time that we're in. So astrology is an incredible tool in terms of bringing us into more conscious awareness of what the curriculum is at any given moment in time. But it also requires our free will, because we can continue to just keep intaking knowledge, but if we are constantly finding ourselves in states of emotional overwhelm or intellectual burnout because of the information we're taking in, or our material life is just in shambles and yet we're still intaking more and more information, there's clearly a lack of this knowledge coming through and who we're actually being on a day-to-day basis. So this requires a level of releasing self-judgment and understanding that this process, and especially working with the birth chart and the transits we're in, it is a process that takes time, and we can't just put this pressure on ourselves that everything has to be focused on at once. This is actually part of what it means to develop the will as well, because developing our will is also partly about discipline, to be able to have that focus so that we're not just pouring, think of like a cup that's upside down, just pouring the knowledge into it, but it's spilling everywhere because we have nothing to ground it into our experience. So I would encourage you, especially if you know a certain transit you're going through, let the knowledge of that transit, of that particular part of your chart, really run through the entirety of your experience here, through your physical life, through your physical body, through the information you're surrounding yourself with, until it literally becomes something that you're walking, that you're moving through, that you are becoming. Because that is the thing that's going to truly evolve you. That's like shaping and molding the clay, right, as you're moving forward. And the true gifts really come when we bring that consciousness together with our own conscious actions in this life.